Breathing in, breathing out. This is not what this is gonna be about. This video is going to be about the first new moon of 2021. I am Emin. I am a singer, musician, tarot reader, astrologer, and welcome to my kitchen. So this new moon is going to be in Capricorn at the later degrees of Capricorn, exactly at 23 degrees, as I'm seeing in the chart, other than the Sun, who is in Capricorn, and the Venus, but that's not completely conjunct. I see that it's going to be almost exactly conjunct Pluto, which will continue the theme of destruction. And I don't believe in astrology being this like tool of panic, but simply look at where you have Capricorn 23 degrees in your chart, like which planet or which houses. I, for example, have 23 degrees of Capricorn in my 11th house, which is kind of where you make your debut in society, how you are perceived as a public persona. And that is why I decided to make my first astrology video at this time. It was this redefining way of me sharing my gift. I've been filming these type of videos for a group of clients that I do readings for privately. But because we couldn't meet during all this past year, I would send this to them before like personally looking into their charts. And then I just really thought about it, and I thought, yeah, this is a way for me to share my knowledge and help somebody in the same way that, I don't know, people like True Brilliance, with my like favorite astrologer on YouTube, helped me rediscover my love to astrology. And then this is how you can do it. It doesn't mean completely changing this like way of how you used to do one thing in that area or in that house or planet where this 23 degrees Capricorn new moon will fall, but simply looking at a way to make it expand, to make it mean something more, because the 11th house is all about this like healer aspect of all of us. Have a look at the things that you use to ground yourself before you go on about your day, and before you even make that structure if you don't have one. For example, for me, what helps me ground is my crystals, my tarot cards, my beautiful plants that, like just the color green, helps me just get into that grounded state. But what would really do it for me was the park near my house. And of course, it does not look or feel the way that it did in the summertime, and I'll show you what I mean. I could not just film this video in the balcony because it's snowing and it's cold, but it is still beautiful. And if I chose to look at it in a different way, I can reinvent the way I use this park in order to ground myself. So if you're a little bit or not at all into astrology, you've probably heard about this like shift into the age of Aquarius, which for this specific moon, it means that it's going to be the first moon in Capricorn that doesn't have the whole Saturn influence and the Jupiter influence. And despite the fact that it's conjunct Capricorn exactly, it has, in a sense, a lighter energy towards how you're going to implement this into your day-to-day, how you're going to use this like last push to break these old structures that were not fun for you, that were not productive for you, that were not serving you or serving your highest purpose, or not even helping you help others in a sense. So this is going to be a way for you to like let go of that final block of energy that's like blocking your superpowers, if you didn't get them in December. So let's go back into that 23rd degree of Capricorn, which the new moon is going to be in. that is an Aquarius degree, and it makes me see that this moon is going to have a more of an elevated Capricorn energy to it. Like, despite the whole Capricorn influence of like the whole purge, the cause and consequence, the death and rebirth, which we will see in the US with the whole Pluto return situation a lot. It is going to be a more forgiving energy, almost like this Mother Earth type of energy where it always finds a new way to catch us, it always finds a new way to ground us. So I would like to encourage you to get out of the punishing yourself or someone else having to be punished mentality, because what this whole age of Aquarius, like at least Saturn and Jupiter conjunction in Aquarius, told us that nobody here has been put on earth to be punished. We have been put here to learn our lessons, yes, and to expand our being through learning. But I feel like it is not going to be a punishing energy. If you're looking for ways to ground yourself, I like to do that obviously with my crystals. I think black tourmaline is a beautiful and strong energy to ground yourself. I'm using this beautiful rose quartz to ground my tarot cards, which we're going to be pulling from in a second, to just get any other message regarding this new moon in Capricorn energy. See, even as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm feeling this like light energy. We're getting the Magician, which is a new beginning, as we usually have for new moons. I think I'm gonna leave it at that, yeah. Of course, the Judgment card, because of the whole Pluto influence. But with the Magician energy, and I'm getting this also because of the North Node is in Gemini, and the Magician is a Gemini card. We are going to see new ways of communicating uncomfortable feelings, or feelings we are guilty of, or feelings we are ashamed of, or feelings that we just like want to destroy. But we cannot move on to newer feelings without understanding those uncomfortable ones, because they are there for a reason. So sit with yourself and again look at even the comfortable things in your life and see how they can be reinvented, how they can make room for ways to make it even easier, to make it your purpose even more achievable, to make an allowance for like new streams of energy to flow into you. Next month we're going to have 7 planets in Aquarius, so this is kind of almost like a last call to get rid of all of the energy baggage that you've been carrying all through the last year. So yeah, as for just new moon energies in general, start a new hobby at the very least, which has the ability to ground you. Again, use herbs that give you a grounding energy, and these are different for everyone. What works for me is always cinnamon, burning rose incense, or making rose tea, sandalwood. One more thing that I'm just seeing in the chart is that all of these strong planets like Saturn and Jupiter during the exact time of the new moon, and Pluto, also Sun, Moon and Mercury, are going to be in the second house, which reminds me of another activity that you can use to ground yourself. Get rid of stuff that you once thought was valuable, whether that be clothes, whether that be just like all of these like memory things from your memory box that are now almost washed out. All of these things carry an energy that block you from grounding yourself, because you're hanging on to all of these ideas of value, which Uranus in Taurus has been teaching us to reconstruct our ideas of value, but now more than ever, with all of these like Aquarius energies coming in, we are going to see that things we used to think that were valuable are not as valuable anymore, or at least do not serve us anymore. We have a purpose here, and whatever that be, we are here to serve that purpose. So please look at this new moon as an opportunity to get rid of every energy that is blocking you from being of service. Thank you, and see you in my next video.